TIFU driving my sister home from the club. A few nights ago my sister, 22, called me, 19M. She was drunk or high or both and needed a ride back to her flat. It was late and I was not in the mood to get out of bed, so I asked my sister where all her friends were and what happened to using an Uber. Like, why me? My sister said she was at the club with a guy who she believed might have spiked her drink because she was feeling really weird. She said she was in the toilet and it looked like the walls were melting. I encouraged my sister to stay where she was and avoid interacting with anyone until I arrive. I arrived at the club less than 20 minutes later and informed one of the bouncers of my sister's situation, which prompted the bouncer to locate my sister and guide her out of the club and into my car. I asked my sister if I should drive her to the hospital, but she said no hospital. All she wanted was to go to her flat, crawl into bed and hopefully sleep off whatever was in her system. Not gonna lie, based on how out of it she looked, I was tempted to take her to the hospital anyway, but I decided to do what she said and drive her to her flat. I was driving and asking my sister questions about the guy who she said drugged her when all of a sudden my sister instructed me to stop the car because she had to throw up. As soon as I stopped the car, my sister got out and proceeded to projectile vomit on the side of the road. I was awkwardly holding my sister's hair away from her face when I noticed a man on a motorcycle slow down and stop behind my car. Motorcycle man was giving serious Sons of Anarchy vibes and asked what was happening. I said my sister was not feeling well. Motorcycle man directed his next question at my sister and asked if she could tell him what was going on. Mid-vomit, my sister flat out said she was drugged. Motorcycle man asked my sister if she could describe the person who drugged her. Before I could politely tell Motorcycle man to dial down the concerned citizen shit and chill the fuck out with the interrogation, my sister said the guy who drugged her was tall, wore glasses and had dimples. I looked at my sister and attempted to telepathically tell her that she was describing the wrong guy, aka me. Motorcycle man got off of his motorcycle and asked if I had proof that my sister was really my sister. I'll be honest, Motorcycle man intimidated me, but proving to a random stranger that my sister was indeed my sister should have been easy, especially since my sister was with me. However, it was obvious that my sister was no longer on this planet, and when I asked if she could confirm that the two of us were siblings and that I was not in fact the person who possibly drugged her, she suddenly forgot to open her mouth and displayed the most deer-in-headlights look I've ever seen on someone's face. That was my cue to take out my phone and show Motorcycle man all the photos of me with my sister and our family. My sister was able to see the photos I was showing to Motorcycle man, but I didn't realize she was paying attention until it became clear she was crying hysterically. She was reacting to the photos of our dog that passed away. Motorcycle man tapped out at that moment and wished me good luck before getting back on his bike and leaving me alone with my mentally and emotionally unstable sister, who then grabbed my phone out of my hand and frantically zoomed in on one of the photos of our deceased dog. I encouraged my sister to look at the photos inside my car so we could continue driving. My sister ignored me. She was too busy sobbing and swiping to the next photo and sobbing and swiping to the next photo and sobbing and swiping to the next photo until she eventually stopped sobbing and abruptly vomited all over my phone. It was a long drive to my sister's flat, but we finally made it, more or less. It's been a week since all the above happened, and despite using generous amounts of disinfectant wet wipes, my phone still smells like vomit. My sister refused to name and shame the guy who she believed drugged her, so he might still be out there somewhere doing the same thing, or worse, to other girls. Whenever I bring up the topic of the guy, my sister deflects by playfully reminding me that she came across a couple of dick pics on my phone when she was sobbing and swiping. To be honest, it's an effective way to change the subject because she made the connection that I was bi based on the different dicks on my phone. As far as I know, no one knows I'm bi other than her, so I'm hoping she applies the same discretion she's applying to the club guy. Next time I'm gonna call my mom to pick up my sister. I can't go through that again. TLDR, I picked up my sister at the club after she said she was drugged. The drive from the club prompted the following situations: my sister puking on the side of the road, scary Motorcycle man intimidating me, my sister confusing me with the person who might have drugged her and forcing me to prove my innocence to scary Motorcycle man, my sister puking on my phone, my sister discovering I'm low-key bi and using that knowledge to change the subject every time I ask her to reveal the identity of the person who she said drugged her. Never again. I need a vacation.
If you liked this video, make sure you hit the like button and comment down below your thoughts. Also don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more videos like this.